Hi everybody, my name is Carolyn and I'm a registered dietitian. Thank you so much for joining this session of Kidney Action Week from the AKF. I'm really excited. I'm coming to you from my kitchen and we're gonna make one of my all-time favorite desserts of all time. I love pie, I love tarts, I love anything that is like a fruit pie. So we are making the Late Summer Blackberry Tart. I have washed and took out all the little pits and whatevers from the stems and things like that from my blackberries. And now I'm just going to sprinkle on some sugar. It calls for a tablespoon of sugar. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a tablespoon, which is about half of this. And then just kind of shake it through. What this is gonna do is it's gonna kind of help make the berries a little bit sweeter, and it's gonna also help kind of start breaking it down a little bit to make them really juicy, which is great. Because no one wants a dry berry or a dry pie, right? This recipe also calls for us to make our own pie crust. I am not going to do that. I have tried many times to make a pie crust. This pie crust seems easier than the pie crust that I was going to make, but there is packaged pie crust. All of the packaged pie crust that I have found does not have any added phosphorus to it. So I look at that as a win because I don't have to make a pie crust and it's gonna be tastier than the pie crust that I could actually personally make. What I'm gonna do, I've already preheated my oven. I'm going to take some flour and I'm gonna start rolling out my dough. But here I am just unrolling this dough. You don't even have to unroll it. I mean, like, this would be just fine the way that it is. I'm gonna kind of coat lightly this, and then I'm just gonna roll it. You wanna start from the center and roll out. I also think kind of like the thinner you make it, you don't wanna make it too thin, but you don't wanna make it too thick. You know, you just wanna kind of Goldilocks it and just make it just right. That looks pretty good, honestly. So that's all I need to do for my pie crust. So now I've got my pie tart. Brush off any extra flour. So now, I don't know if you remember, we had those blackberries and you could see some of that sugar on there, but now you can't see the sugar. They've absorbed some of that sugar. So now we're just gonna place it and we're just gonna make it look pretty. But now I'm gonna start folding over this pie crust, right? So I'm gonna fold it. Look, that looks lovely. I'm gonna fold it, kind of make it into little pockets. So now we've got blackberries all the way to the edge, but now we can fill in the top part with some blackberries around that to kind of hide the edges and just to make it look really nice. Before I pop it in the oven though, I am gonna brush a little bit. It calls for an egg, but again, I thought I had eggs, but I didn't. So I just melted a little bit of butter. This is just gonna make it nice and golden brown and delicious on the outside. Get that really good deep color. It's under a tablespoon of butter. It's probably like a teaspoon of butter that I melted. You could use margarine, you could use a little bit of olive oil, you could use an egg, of course, like the directions call for. Just get it right all over the place there. And then we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of sugar on that to kind of give it a little bit of a sugary glisten. So now we're gonna pop it in the oven. I don't know, can you see? Yeah, you can. Look, there is the pan, the cast iron pan that I was talking about, and it's just gonna slide right on top of that. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. I'm so excited. Okay, here it is. It smells amazing. It's sizzling. I can see little juices down in there. And remember how I was talking about the lemon? So I'm just gonna zest a little bit of lemon on the top of it. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add the rest of this sugar. I mean, it is a dessert, right? All right, and from my kitchen to yours, I hope you enjoy this wonderful summer blackberry tart. Bon appetit.